Greetings, hello, and welcome back to Zero to Hero, to more Project Zomboid. Day 5 starts similar to previous days with a look at the cook show and a fish salad that we had for breakfast. And yeah, you know what? More fishing. I was considering foraging, but since it's a foggy morning, it's not much foraging to be had. We could also definitely consider doing some organization in the base, so not everything is on the floor. But yeah, I'll do some morning fishing here. And just a few hours later, we have a bunch of fish here. And of course some shoes and socks, because that's what you always get, you know, those shoes. There's really no use for them. So I might as well put them on that zombie that is gonna rot in 4 more days. I think it takes 9 days for them to disappear. And put the fishies in here. And there the exercise fatigue sets in. Alright, I'm fairly certain that should give us level 5 in carpentry here. Fill up the little water bottle, and I guess I'm gonna have some more fish salad. And so you kind of can decide if you want to have... If you just put 2 fish in, it also reduces unhappiness a little bit. But it's also completely okay to put 3 fish into a salad. So it's a little bit less clicking. And that should also maintain our up arrows. Not quite. I wanna have double up arrows until we are at 80. Well, more salad it is. Not making the rules. Oh my god. I'm gonna be all afternoon sitting here just preparing and eating salad. No, apparently not. Well, and I think then I'm gonna do an afternoon of foraging again. And I'll get back to you with the results. Oh, actually, a quick update from the foraging front. The first item I found, just as I left the base here, was a garbage bag. Completely random. You can find these kind of trash items while foraging. And, you know, 3 more garbage bags and we can actually build a water collector barrel. That would be fantastic. I'm not holding my breath. I think in all my time foraging, that's the first garbage bag I ever found. But we can also focus eventually on trash items and maybe get a little bit more lucky. For now, I'm focusing on berries, even though I'm throwing away all the berries, as I don't know which ones are poisonous and which ones we can eat. And I'm not willing to take a chance there. But berries give a whole lot of foraging XP when you find them. So getting increased chance to find those. There's some. And yeah, we're just gonna discard them. 33 XP though is a nice chunk on the way to level 4. Yeah, which we're just 200 XP away from. Oh, I think I must have screwed up the pause recording button there. I wanted to unpause, pause for that, unpause. So sorry for the 2 minutes of no commentary. As you just heard, we just hit level 4. We found some alcohol vibes, and there's some potatoes here, which is fantastic because that often also gives you some seeds for potatoes. Now, I don't think 3 seeds is enough to actually plant them. Also, tasty snail. And level 4 foraging. Oh, we actually moved a fair bit away from base here. I'm kind of looking around the map here a little bit always. I'm zooming around because there is always a chance for a random forest encounter to spawn anywhere. You know, like a hunter camp with some tents and some zombies around or something like that. Or a grave site. I do want to head back to base though, because we are... Well, you can't take more than 75% damage, but we're also getting exerted just from walking around here in foraging stands. And it's also starting to rain. I don't want to catch cold. So if I manage to not screw up the pause button, I'll see you back at base. The afternoon continues with the evening live and living show. Exposure survival. Think that looks like trapping. Giving us a bunch of trapping XP. Until next time, guys. One thing that we got from the foraging level up is now additional categories we can focus on, including the trash categories and also wild plants, which could allow or will allow us to find some medicinal herbs and that kind of stuff. Herbs, however you want to pronounce it. And yeah, I think because it bothers me so much, you see this is already gone, this pile. We now have our foraging stuff all in here. And I'm going to spend the evening, the afternoon, sorting out this crap. Alright. And we end then day 5, I want to say, in a similar way, with our evening exercise here. We got to actually drop this instead of, you know, just unequipping, but whatever. A little bit bored, but that's gonna be fine in the morning. Early morning again, wakeful. I still need to get used to that. We're kinda out of cooked fish fillets, so let's slice the catch from the last few days. Also this stuff we didn't cook the last time, and throw all of that into the oven. It doesn't fit all, okay. Oh boy, more fish. Now I did create a salad last night with that potato that we found, so that was a welcome change. But other than that, gotta keep that weight off, and also there's a hidden bonus effect for a protein-rich diet that gives you more. I think it's just for strength XP. I don't think it has an effect on fitness XP, but it gives you more XP. Water's still on. It still shows when you drink that it's unlimited supply. So yeah, I guess cooking show and reading is this start of the day. Also, the advertisements apparently lower boredom, which, you know, I cannot say that that's the way it works for me. Don't let YouTube hear that ads reduce boredom. They might get the wrong idea. Yeah, so the later shows really give so little XP, it's not gonna make a big dent. Anyway, I guess same thing. Yeah, really, since we just cooked up the remaining fish we had, I think I need to do some more fishing. And that's gonna be my morning. Also, this zombie is really turning into my trash disposal unit, although it's almost full. Gotta keep watch here with the rain. Then we're not gonna get too wet and ill and sick, but I think I'm fairly certain we did pick outdoors men, right? Or should I say outdoors woman? One of those. Yeah. So, not sure if you can't get sick at all or if it takes a little bit longer. But yeah, I'm taking the gamble. Alright, that's gonna be my morning here. And just like that, whole morning spent fishing. A decent catch, and it was enough to get fishing to level 4. So that's good. So slice them all up. Don't think we have time to cook them before the show starts, so let's put them in here. And the exercise fatigue sets in. So there is, by the way, if you do the exercises. So I've been so far only doing the burpees, right? Because they give fitness and strength XP. I'm fairly certain the sit-ups or the squats, one of those will not really... well, it's give you exercise fatigue, but not in the arms or legs, so your combat is not going to be affected. So if you want to do exercises but still go out and, you know, fight some zombies, then one of those is the one. So let me actually... I have the wiki open here. I think it's sit-ups that just... yeah. Sit-ups will just affect your abs, and that is not gonna affect negatively your combat. Unfortunately, though, we're gaining the regularity here, not here. Because once we stop doing the sit in the house routine here that we're currently doing, we're not even seeing a zombie. We're gonna need to do different exercises. I still want to do daily exercises just to get those attributes up, but not the burpees anymore. Or maybe once we have full regularity, maybe the exercise fatigue is not going to be there. I don't know how it exactly works. Anyway, before I cut off here, no more, well, almost no more stuff on the ground. What is this? I still see something on the ground. The alcohol wipes. Right, I have the first aid stuff still in here. So I have one shelf with actually useful stuff and one shelf with all the other stuff. And also in the kitchen, we have now one counter with all the food that we got from the free houses and all the tools we got from the free houses. And I guess now, congratulations, you're the medical counter. So yeah, I'm gonna see, I think there was at least one more metal shelf that I'm gonna get over here now. Maybe also get the barbecue over here. so that we have an alternative thing once the power goes out to cook our food. And maybe do some foraging. And that's gonna be my day 6. It is now activity. And I'll be back with you in a bit. The afternoon was spent with getting that shelf, getting that barbecue, doing some organizing around the base. And that was pretty much it. And some cooking and some fish salad. So, Dean here has some foraging tips for us. Which gives us about half a level of foraging XP. Not terrible, not terrible. And I think we're gonna spend the rest of the day, well, you guessed it, fishing. I want to do something else than that stuff, but sooner or later. Soon, we're gonna be out of this little dreadful situation. I've thought we have these little bait fish here, and we also have, what, a cockroach here, and a snail. I'm not sure if you can actually use the snail as a bait. Now, the morning fishing reduced the fishing abundance up north to 0, but hey, we have a lake down here, so I might as well also do some fishing here then. Should be just as safe. Yes, the snail can be used as a bait. Nice. Oh boy, double shoes, triple shoes. Alright, and a big perch. Alright, I'm not complaining. Alright, we'll do some more spear fishing then. Our neighbor is so nice and takes care of those shoes for us. And yeah, with a big perch and a small pike, which, you know, they both are roughly the same length, and one is small, one is big, whatever. We're gonna head home, do our evening exercises, and see that we survived another day. Day 6 starts similarly to the other days. We do a little bit of reading, we have a morning fishing salad, and watch the cook show for a little bit of cooking XP. And not much else. Now, with the fact that it's now day 6 and the helicopter can come at any day between day 6 and day 9. By the way, there's going to be only one helicopter in this playthrough, not repeating helicopters. That's standard apocalypse settings. I think I'll decide to do what I said I might not be doing because it seems really tedious, but I don't like being surprised by the chopper. So it is. Save, tune in, and as long as it says unknown channel, you know, it's not the emergency channel. And I hope that it's in the lower end of the band and not, tune in, and not in the higher end. Yeah, it's gonna be annoying. I'm not excited. But, again, I don't like the surprise. So I hope I can find it soon. Well, there it is, automated emergency broadcast channel, just as it turns 8. 94.6. And yeah, that frequency changes every playthrough, in case you're not aware. So, I've got the weather report. Cloudy spells tomorrow. Does that mean we're gonna have rain? Yes. Right. Let's change that. Okay, so we know where that is. Yeah, I think it's a nice day for some foraging, and I'll do that in the morning here. As it gets close to noon, I'm heading back to the base. About 2/3 the way to level 5 in foraging. Fairly decent results here. Acorns we can actually snack on to eat something different than fish occasionally. The violets we can also, I think, put as some ingredient into our salads to have some variety. So that's all nice. Then we have some fishing bait and a fair number of chipped stones and tree branches, so we can build a bunch of wood axes if needed. Alright, and with that, it's carpentry time. Or it will be in half an hour.
Helping people see the future. But as it happens, I love it. I mean, I feel like
It should be. Is there no carpentry show on the 6th day? That was weird. Or did I... Was that the carpentry show? That looked like just an advertisement for the Tux thing. Or did they fast forward screw it up somehow? Very strange. There should be a daily carpentry show every day until day 7. No, day 8 is the first day where it no longer plays. Unless I'm completely off with counting my days. Oh, you know what? We're on day 8. I thought, since yesterday we had foraging in the evening, that it was day 5, because that's where foraging you get from. But you get foraging day 5 and day 7. I have the wiki open on a second monitor here. I'm looking at that. Well, that explains that. Okay, you know what? Might as well finish reading this book. It's kind of the last really useful book that I can read right now. Yeah, too low for cooking, free. Too low for foraging. I should just read that. Metalworking, we don't have the tools for that anyway. Shame we don't have mechanics books. Not sure I feel motivated doing mechanics without any skill boost. Because I don't think I picked amateur mechanic. No. Yeah. Because we could get some mechanics XP from doing the basic mechanic stuff. We do have a wrench. We do have a screwdriver, so we can work on the car. But oh boy, like without even the first book, that just feels painful. But we might have to do it, because new books are still a fair bit away. We're looking here. I really kind of want to have at least one level of fitness before I head out. By the way, we're halfway to level 2 nimble, and that is really just from going around foraging in nimble stands. That gives nimble XP. I guess I'll do some more foraging here in the afternoon. Well, if it's day 9 tomorrow, that means we're kind of guaranteed to have the helicopter. Yeah, you know what? That looks like you're gonna be disappearing soon here. 9 days for co-op decomposition. So yep, I'll do some more foraging. rather uneventful day here today. A little bit of a mistake in my time management means I'm coming home a little bit late. Now, while there was no carpentry show this afternoon, there's still a exposure survival in the evening, I think. And I hope we didn't miss it, but there's a good chance we did. It looks like an ad. So yeah, foraging, nothing amazing, but we did find an empty bottle, which we can then use as a second water bottle. So we're no longer going to run out of thirsty. And we're like 35 XP away from level 5. I think, yeah, they're telling us about rain collection barrels, which actually gives us some carpentry XP from the exposure survival show. Well, that's, I think, kind of the last XP we're gonna get. So yeah. Oh, look in here. Water unlimited. Wonderful. Fill all the empty bottles. And that stuff can go back in here. That stuff goes in here. And I think I'll end the day with then, now that I know that it's day 8, tomorrow is day 9, that means tomorrow should be guaranteed the helicopter. So we're going to do some fishing here, and I think we're going to start doing the other exercises. So I'm thinking, with the TV shows basically being over, it's time to go into sit-ups, because even if we get a little bit of pain from that, we're not going to get any exercise fatigue in the arms and legs. So that's fine. I'm fairly certain. Yeah, it gives me fitness XP. It's much less than the other exercise, but hey, it is what it is. Alright, I'll get you back for that. Sit-ups time. I think we almost made it through the whole hour of exercise. An hour of sit-ups. Kind of crazy. But, you know, it's the zombie apocalypse. Gotta do some crazy stuff. Right, so today, if I'm correct about it, it should be then pretty much guaranteed helicopter day. So I'm gonna make a breakfast salad here. Then a salad for on the road later on. Put it away, and depending on how long we're gonna be out, I'm gonna even grab my chips. Maybe a pop or two. Fill my water. Well, while there is no requirement right now to, as I said, metalworking is a long way off, but we might as well start a little bit of reading and have our usual last cooking show.
But you're also more at the mercy of events. That is, President Bush did not run for president.
Might give us level 4, maybe. So one thing we can do also to level carpentry a little bit more is go through all the 3 houses, or at least the other 2 houses, and disassemble all the furniture that we find there. We do have a saw, we do have hammers, so that we can do that. Right, that means we're not over encumbered, that's fine. So I'm just gonna read here until it's almost 8. Just to make sure if I'm correct about today then being definitely a helicopter day. Tomorrow rain. Very thick fog tomorrow. Wonderful. Activity detected. Alright. So let's see if my plan was actually correct. You know, I'm gonna take another drink, fill up the water bottle. Okay, so we got the water bottle, we got some extra pops for hunger and thirst, we've got a spare water bottle, spare crafted spear, salad, chips, got the metal pipe, and a book, so we actually have something to do. So we're gonna walk up the Ohio River here. And this is all, oh my god, we're gonna have a rainy day. And that's the completely guaranteed no zombie spawns whatsoever, except for that guy. Zone. I might take the clothing with me on the way back, just so that we have some more stuff that we can rip apart. I wonder if that guy somehow wandered there from somewhere in the forest, where there's a campsite or something like that, which would be... there is a random event in a forest that can happen with like a trapper group, which then has a couple of... Oh, that is unusual. A couple of traps standing in that area. This is not a road. Why is there a random crashed ambulance here? With naked zombies. And this one having the key to the ambulance. That is very unusual. Scissors, painkillers. Alright, I like it. Clothes on the ground, you know. Again, this is all something we might actually... Do you have gas? No. I have some concerns here. You know what I said there are absolutely no zombies in this area? 1 zombie is a fluke. 4 zombies and a crashed ambulance has me a little bit concerned. I mean, I'm basing all of this on mostly one playthrough, single playthrough that I did in this area. And like looking at zombie heat maps, zombie population maps that other people posted and that I trusted. That's one of the reasons why I'm walking a fair bit away from home here. If the whole thing is not as safe as it would be, we have plenty of space and plenty of time to walk away from it. I'm not seeing anything in the trees. What a nice riverbed. That's we can eat when we're hungry, not when we're peckish. I'm just gonna be reading and waiting for the chopper to arrive. And we can stay even zoomed into this kind of view here. I don't like having a super late chopper day. Okay, 1800 is when he arrived. We're done with the book. And it looks like it was a one-pass chopper. Just gonna wait until... okay, well, that's... Alright then. Should totally hit that G button. Which is the button I have mapped to foraging. So what do I want to grab here? Yeah, I didn't bring any tools to disassemble that. Grab that tape. The painkillers. Let's get 2 scissors, sure. You know, I'm gonna grab a tarp so we can make a tent. Grab the whole trauma bag. Extra duffel bag, never wrong. And I think since it's a fairly long walk, I don't want to be over encumbered, so let me just eat the chips so we're no longer hungry, so I have 1 more capacity. Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to take some of that clothing that we can rip apart for some tailoring or sheet ropes, that kind of stuff. That's too much. That was too much. Right. Forging on. Walk to on. Speed up on. Yeah, it's actually too late in the night to be running around like that. But hey, it's free XP, huh? Oh, no, I thought those were berries, but those were rose hips. I could have picked those up. Alright, yeah, you know what? I think we're gonna not forage and just see that we get home. It's fairly bright, I have to say, though, considering it's 10:30 in the night. So I think this then concludes the hermit phase of this playthrough. With the TV shows gone and the helicopter behind us, I think it's time we occasionally, at least, leave this little place. And so tomorrow, which is going to be then in the next episode also, we're going to see if we can find and separate and kill and loot that group of zombies we came across on day one, that survivor group. So that we can, you know, get a nice big backpack. What are we doing here? Packing stuff away. And yeah, that's the plan. Alright, for now, I'm gonna put cut in here. Thanks for watching. See you next time.